This week's episode is brought to you by Body Scare. All natural body care products so good, they're scary.
What's going on?
I don't know why we're not on here. Oh, there we are.
We're here.
Hello, and welcome back to an all-new Zompire Horde podcast, where tonight we are Michelle's. Unfortunately, she's not feeling too good with the old Rona. But Patrick and I are here.
I'm here.
We made it. We're
it.
live.
And there's no lag.
No lag. I feel like it's been like, 3 weeks since we've done an episode?
I feel like it's been longer. No, I think it's been 3 or 4 weeks, yeah, because we took the 2-week break off, and then we came back, and then we were for one episode, and then we were gone. Yeah, so like basically a 4-week break, because that one episode we all weren't there mentally either, I don't think. So I give it a.
We all have a lot going on in our lives currently to make it very consistent. And unfortunately, the reason we didn't do the shows is because of my living situation, and I didn't want it to affect the podcast, meaning yelling in the background type of thing. So yeah, pretty much. And right now my cat's yelling at me and making angry faces.
Oh, Kitty. Hi, Kitty.
He's like really making me kind of nervous. He's a Maine Coon, so you know what I mean. He's a big cat. He's like yelling at me right now.
He's about to fuck you up.
Kevin Haynes is here. What's up, Kevin? I'm gonna.
Buddy.
I showed you this a minute ago, but let me show it again.
Oh yeah, Kevin. Where's mine?
I just fucked it up. No, I didn't fuck it up. Okay. Kevin made me this fucking killer staff that has my name in runes. It's all black. It has mahogany obsidian in the branch up here. Nice little pole. And the thing is huge. It's like almost, I'm 5'10", and it's literally almost as tall as I am.
Yeah,
I'm sitting down right now.
Cool.
Dude, he did such an amazing job, bro. And he even put a little pad on the bottom for when I take it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it doesn't fuck it
up. Without it getting scuffed up.
That's right. He did a fucking.
That's sick, Kevin. Good job.
Yeah, he did a killer job on it, and I'm gonna have to figure out, how to use it at all times.
Just hit.
What's up, Sherry?
Hey, yo, Sherry.
But tonight we are Michelle's. We're gonna do a little Halloween show. Talk about Halloween stuff, maybe some horror movies. I was actually watching. Kevin says, glad we like it. Kevin, Patrick says he needs one, so you guys need to link up. Because, good evening, great people. Good evening, Facebook user.
I don't know how great I am, but that's cool. Thank you.
But yeah, Kevin, Pat needs one, so you got to hook him up. We'll figure it out. We'll get her done. But tonight we're gonna just talk about some Halloween shit and
dude.
Kind of. I'm into
fucking it. The best holiday around the best holiday of the year is right around the corner.
I love my family. My sister just texted me and she says, "You need anything, brother? You let me know."
Yeah.
Sherry says
you need a large pepperoni pizza stat, but you need it delivered to my house, and then I'll come pick you up, and then we'll eat it.
There you go. I'm in. Oh shit! Kevin says I got you covered, Pat.
Oh shit! Covering me with some clothes.
He's gonna give you. Actually, Kevin, tell me real quick again. Is it birchwood? If I'm wrong, tell me what the real answer. Well, tell me either way because I want to know if I'm right or wrong. But I think it's made out of birch. Whatever that, just so you know.
I don't know what the fuck birch is, but it's made of it.
Yeah, I had to ask him like 5 times. He goes, "Yeah, the stone in there is a mahogany obsidian," and I'm like, All right, and I said it like 5 times out loud so I wouldn't forget it, and then I woke up
And
today
then
and
you
I
forgot
didn't
it.
forget it. What up, fellers?
What
Facebook
up?
user. I'm fairly oh, it's Hawthorne, which is actually
Hawthorne.
really cool because that's my daughter's middle name.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so that's actually
Like
really
it was
cool.
meant to be.
It was meant to
It
be.
was meant to be.
So real quick though, I wanted to talk about I'm trying to remember what the other movie is. I watched 2 movies recently. One of them was Mars Attacks,
Oh, I love that movie.
and the other one was Army of Darkness.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how many years apart they were made. I feel like Mars Attacks was a number of years after Army of Darkness.
Yeah, Mars Attacks was mid-90s.
And then what? Army of Darkness was like 91, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Thank you, Anne Marie. You are also great people.
You are also great people.
One of the
Rebecca,
things I one of the things I noticed while watching both films,
that they're
Army of
awesome.
Darkness is perfect. Like it's perfect. I watched Attacks, and I don't know if it's like these new TVs or whatever, visually, and slaughter me in the comments. That movie needs to be remade. It sucks because it was an all-star cast and it was acted perfectly, but watching like the special effects and some of those things now, it did not translate well to like these new 4K blah 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 TVs. And I'm not saying like we can't enjoy the old one. I just think a new one with what we can do now would be way better visually with the same storyline, but visually more appealing. And especially now that aliens we know are real, it would be visually
Yeah.
more appealing. And you can tell that story a little bit, differently. But it was one, I watched them back to back. And I watched Army of Darkness first, and I watched it through. And yes, there's a lot of stuff with skeletons and things that don't look perfect. But like, I watched it, I'm like, this movie's fucking perfect. And then I watched Mars Attacks, which I absolutely love. And I'm like, visually, this movie sucks a dick.
Yeah, it's how they were made, right? Because the effects for Army of Darkness are mainly stop motion and stuff like that. So stop motion and practical effects. So those are good. Those are still going to transfer kind of shittily into the new TVs. But
Sure.
Mars Attacks is almost all CGI, so
Right.
that's really
Well,
gonna
and
like
CGI
transfer
from the early
shittily.
mid '90s.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
speaking of Mars Attacks, we picked up the fucking 6-foot Martian from Mars Attacks from Spirit Halloween this past weekend. Super
Oh
stoked.
wow.
Oh yeah,
Is it
it
like
looks so good.
inflatable or is
No,
it
it's one of their
like
it's one of their
statue?
animatronics. It's one of the ones that can move and
Oh.
talk and shit.
I went to Spirit Halloween. When was that? Not this past Saturday, the Saturday before, and they had like a 6'3" leather face right in the front. I was like, I don't know if you
Yeah.
saw the video I posted, but I was like, man, this is fucking cool. If I had, I don't know why I'm having heartburn and hiccups real bad. If I had the money, I would have bought one because I was like, dude, I wouldn't even put it. I don't have a yard. I live in an apartment. I would have had that shit at my front. When you open my front door, you'd be met with mean, mean. You know what I mean? Like,
Dude, we have animatronics to our house. We have Sam from Trick or Treat. We have Shorty from Killer Clowns. We've got like this pumpkin demon. We've got the Martian now from Mars Attacks. That one's not put together yet though. Um,
you're making Rebecca very jealous.
Rebecca, I'm sorry. My bad. I didn't get it. I'm just joking. We didn't get it, Rebecca. I was joking. We don't have that
Speaking
thing.
of Spirit, where's Russ? He probably at Spirit
He's
currently.
probably like churning in his grave because working at Spirit this time of the year is the worst fucking possible thing you could do to yourself. Did it for so many years and I loved it and hated it at the same time. I
I
like
like
every
how you
time I
say.
see his posts about Spirit, I'm just like, oh God, I feel you, brother. I'm so sorry.
Well, I think it's funny how you say working at Spirit in this time of year. I'm like, it only exists this time of year.
True, fair enough.
You can't work at
Stupid
Spirit in
idiot.
March.
I've going back to your original little comment about your two movies. I have like sub comments about both of them. One was the Mars Attacks thing about The Martian, and then also this past weekend we went to Renton and watched the Evil Dead musical, which we watch every year. It's so fucking cool. We get Splatter
I
Zone.
really need to go.
Dude, you need to. It's so fucking good. And we
I
get the
bet.
Splatter Zone seats every year. We wear the same shirt every year. We have my wife had these white T-shirts with the Evil Dead musical logo made a few years back, and we wear them every year when we go. So we wear the same shirt that gets more blood added to it every year. Super fun. We enjoy it. It's like one of our favorite things to do during the holidays. And yeah, so that happened this weekend. So two cool things that were related to the movie you watched.
I feel like you guys drop a pretty dime come September, October every year.
Dude,
With,
we
with
go bankrupt during October because we set up our front yard, which I should post some pictures in our Facebook group.
Definitely.
We put stuff in our front yard, which we change out almost every year, and so I mean, sometimes we reuse some stuff, but we buy stuff every year. So like, we drop money for that, and then we do a haunted house in our garage. So we buy that's different every year, and then we just buy home decorations because we decorate our house our inside of the house is horror and Halloween year round. So like when the only time of year we buy house decorations is in October. So like if we need
Right.
something for the house, like oh October's here, we need new dish towels, so let's go and get dish towels. So we drop so much money in October. It's fucking stupid. Like how
The
much money we drop.
The funny thing is like almost all that shit's available year round on Amazon. But like I'm the same way. Come October, when I walk into like a Walmart or Target or wherever, it's like decked out. I'm like, ooh, I need this and this. And then I'm
Right.
always like, I probably could have got it on Amazon for even cheaper than I just bought it for. But it's
Right.
like in my face and I see it, so I need to like have it.
Yeah.
Rebecca says you guys need to be neighbors.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
I feel like that's only so she can come over and steal your lawn ornaments and move them over to her yard.
Right. Just Rebecca and my wife just stealing lawn ornaments back and forth every day.
You're like, you drive home from work and you see some like zombie lawn gnomes in her yard, and you're like, man, I'm pretty sure we just bought those and
Yeah.
mine are gone.
I'd be like, I'm pretty sure those were delivered to my house yesterday.
I knew my Amazon package was missing, but I didn't realize Rebecca stole it.
Yeah.
Yoink.
Yoink.
Well, so we are a week away from Halloween. It's next Tuesday. So let's talk Halloween, man.
On real quick before we talk about Halloween, next Monday I will not be available for the show. I will be setting up the haunted house in our garage for our trick or treaters, so I will not be available
I don't
to
believe
be
you.
here
I
next
believe
week.
you're going out for Mischief Night, as it's called on the East Coast. Whose house are you
Yeah,
TPing?
yeah. I'm about to go fucking rob some bitches.
Did you guys have that here? Do you guys have Mischief Night here?
I'm going to say no because I've
So,
never
like
heard of.
in like middle school and high school, and when I was growing up in New Jersey, we didn't do it in Maryland that I remember, but in New Jersey at least, we
Of
did
course, New
Mischief
Jersey.
Night. But we did Mischief Night, where the night before Halloween, October 30th, you'd go out and that's when you egg people's houses or TP their trees or whatever whatever mischief you're getting up to. But it was like a night where all the kids in the neighborhood were out and all of them were doing something bad. And as long as you weren't like hurting someone physically, the cops pretty much turned a blind eye to like some toilet paper and eggs.
Oh, cool! It's like the Halloween version of the Purge.
Kind of, yeah.
It's like semi-crime is good to go tonight. Egg somebody's house. We don't fucking care. You're off the hook.
I don't know who said this, but you're not wrong. We did a lot of that.
About it moving.
But I was just curious if you guys kind of had that same mischief night here on the west in Seattle or whatever.
No, in
But
Washington, we go support our local farmers the night before before Halloween. Support your local farmers.
I went to well, we went to one that we got to go through, and then we went to another one that we didn't go through. But I went through some haunted houses here locally.
You went to Fright
I think
Fest or Fright
yeah,
Factory.
yeah. You said it was kind of close to you, didn't you?
Yeah, we actually went to Fright Factory a couple weeks after you did.
Ah,
Yeah, Fright Factory is cool. It's in Buckley. The other one you went to was, or tried to go to, was in Buckley too. The
yeah,
Maris Farms. Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I might be too jaded or too old for haunted houses. I
No,
didn't. I didn't.
you're just desensitized like me. I don't think they're scary. I just like to go in there and look at the artwork and see the creativity.
Yeah, it was just. I think I scared more of the scare actors than they scared me. 'Cause I do that
Probably.
snarl, like, and so, like, I would see, like, I would be walking into a room and nothing would happen, and then as soon as something happened, I would snarl, and they're like, "Ah!" And I was like, "You guys should hire me."
Yeah. Are you not an actor?
How did you let me scare you when your job is to scare me?
Yeah, the act so because you said you tried to go to Maris Farms, like they're
It was too late in
those
the
two
night.
are pretty good. The problem with uh the problem with Maris Farms is I don't think they have the budget that they want, which is fine. They do a really good job. The problem with like Fright Factory is the scare actors aren't very good. Like the scare actors at Maris Farms blow the ones away from Fright Factory. Like there's no passion in the ones at
Right.
Fright Factory usually. It's still a cool house, still a cool maze to go to. Like I enjoy it. They have like really good like animatron. They have some really good animatronics in their house, but their actors are kind of eh.
Kevin says haunted houses are pure cash cows.
Yeah. So
Speaking of
sign
cash
me up, Kevin. Sign me up.
Speaking of cash cows, I recently saw, I don't know what streaming service it was on, Amazon or Hulu, but there's a documentary on McCamey
It's
Mansion
on
or
Hulu.
whatever.
I just watched
Is
it the
it?
other night. That guy's a fucking dumbass. I hate him.
So is it worth watching?
It is because it's not pro McCamey. It's actually like fucking throws him under the bus for the piece of shit that he actually is.
I
So
didn't
yeah,
give you the
totally worth
finger.
watching.
I didn't give you the finger. I gave this comment the finger.
He'd be scared of a dude.
Oh,
What is
I'd be scared of a dude with
dolphin
dolphin
eyebrow?
eyebrows too. I don't know who posted that, but go fuck yourself. Rebecca says that guy is nuts, the McCamey Manor guy. I would imagine I mean, you have to sign a waiver, but there's got to be lawsuits left and right from that.
They talk about that in this documentary. They actually fucking have a lawyer lady who serves like Guantanamo Bay in that fucking movie. I'm like, this chick is like legit and like she could probably just like get the feds to like raid his house. Like just shut the fucker down, dude. He's a horrible man.
Just wanted to say what's up to Brandon Whitman. Thank you. So the guy who said the eyebrow tattoo statement got me this shirt, which I do love this shirt. He goes by the name of Derek Winsky.
Derek
Uh,
Winsky.
let me
Pretty
just
no
throw that
shoe
out
with
there.
him just from the comment.
Well, he's mad because right now the Ravens are number 1 in the AFC North and the Steelers are like 2 or 3. So, everyone hates the king, right?
Oh yeah, totally.
All the peasants hate the king. So you said you went a few weeks after me. Is that the only haunted house you guys have gone to?
No, we went to Halloween Horror Nights, and then we went to
Right.
Maris Farms, which
You
is the
did.
other one you tried to go to. And
Did
then
you
we
enjoy
went to
that one better than the
Maris
other
Farms
one?
is cool. I like it. I mean, I'm jaded too. None of it scares me. I just go there. I mean, every once in a while, a jump scare will get me at a haunted house, but it's got to be like a really good one. Universal gets me at probably about 5 times a year while we're there. Like we go through like each haunted house like 2 or 3 times, and I get probably like jump scared like maybe 3 to 5 times. But the nothing got me this year at any of the local haunted houses. We still need to go to the one in Tacoma at Freight House Square. We go to that one too. That one's a pretty cool one to go to. I just like to go. I enjoy them. Like I
Kevin
don't go
says,
there.
"Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off."
No, you're fine.
I was just saying, Kevin said My Morbid Mind in Lacey is fairly decent. Have you been to that one?
I have not.
I don't like haunted houses because if they grab me, I usually end up swinging. I think
Well, the
nowadays
good
they
thing
don't really.
is they can't grab you unless you go to like an extreme one, and then you have to sign a waiver. So
You kind of expect it.
yeah,
Um, so you'll be going to that other haunted house. I'm assuming probably this weekend before the
if
holiday
we
because
go,
after, yeah.
we'll probably not. Well, honestly, we probably won't make it to that one this year, but
What
I'll
is
try.
what is outside of the movie Halloween and that franchise? What is like your favorite Halloween movie? Like based on
Oh
Halloween, not to watch at Halloween.
no, that's a hard question because there's so many good ones. I really like the ones I really like. Most people trash on. I like Haunt, the one that Eli Roth produced about the people that go into that extreme haunted house. I love the fuck out of Hellfest. Like, I absolutely love that movie. I love Trick or Treat, the new one and the '80s one with fucking Gene Simmons in it. um, there's a movie called Bad Candy that I really like. Terrifier is a Halloween movie. I mean, it takes place on Halloween, so it's not
True.
really a Halloween movie, but it does take place on Halloween.
We'll let it
Um,
we'll let it slide.
yeah, you better let it slide. I think if I had to say like outside of the Halloween franchise, which one's my favorite, I'd probably go Hellfest. That movie's just fun for me. It's just like it's fun. The acting's cool. Like it reminds me of Halloween Horror Nights at Universal. It's just a really fun movie.
And I don't know if you knew this or not, or if it's something you saw. Anne Marie loves the Great Pumpkin, Charlie
Fuck
Brown.
yeah, that movie's rad as hell.
That is a good one. But when we used to do the mystery boxes, I actually bought one of the park attendance shirts, and we made relics out of them for Hellfest.
Yeah, I
Hellfest
saw
was a
them, but I
really
did not get one.
I don't even have one.
Yeah, you know why I didn't get one? Because you fucking hate me.
Not true. Um, but Hellfest was a good one. Trick or Treat, I think, is another one that I really enjoy a lot. Um, have y'all seen Totally Killer?
No,
I
what's
watched
that?
that yesterday or the day before. It wasn't bad. It had a Scream vibe, or like I Know What You Did Last Summer, like a
Hmm.
teeny bopper vibe to me. But it
Yeah,
wasn't bad. It was a good movie.
I will. I get why you put them together, but I also hate the fact that you put Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer together. I think Scream's on such a whole nother level. I get why you did though, because
Agreed.
Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and Urban Legends, those all three of those movies are like kind of in the same pot, but Scream is still on its own little like pedestal, I think.
Well, that's why Scream has seven, movies in its franchise now, and those other two only have one or two in their franchise because
Yeah.
of how good Scream is in comparison. I just meant more like it's the kind of like a because when those movies came out, you and I were probably in our mid-20s, and
When
those
Scream came out in '96, so I was 18
so in
because
'96
I just
I was
graduated.
19. Yeah, I was 19, but it felt more like you know what I mean. They were just directed more towards like the mid-teens
Oh
than it
yeah, for
was
sure.
like a 20-year-old.
Oh yeah. Directed towards mid-teens, played by 25-year-olds.
I don't know what I
I
how hi Hollis. Anyway, uh, Brandon. Sorry, Brendan. I wanted to check it out and didn't know if it was any good. It's worth watching. Just know that when you watch it, it's probably intended for people younger than you, but it's still a good movie to watch. Oh wait, High Chaos. So Chaos is Derek Winsky. That's his name. Chaos Theory 666 is his online gaming name. So I'm assuming that's who they're talking to. Rebecca agreed. I know what you did last summer is the only movie I walked out of. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Why'd you walk out of that?
That's a statement.
Yeah, that's a heck of a statement. I mean, you're probably not wrong for doing it, but uh all of ZDS is here for it tonight. Nice. ZDS is
Yeah.
the Zompire Death Squad. If you didn't know, we
Ooh.
play Call of Duty every night. Me, Derek, and probably there's like 3 other people in our group. And Khaleesi's in there. Anyway, so we're called the Zompire Death Squad after the podcast, obviously. Brandon was 15. Fuck, we are old. It's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Khaleesi who's chiming in with the Hello Chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have like a little gaming group based on people who
Your
we've
little
met.
nerd posse. I love it.
Yeah, based on people we met, through the Zompire podcast. And so we're called the Zompire Death Squad when we play, and all of us have ZDS in our gamer tag, so everyone knows we're on the same team. So
That's
hail
cool.
to the Zompire Death Squad.
I'm not part of it, but hail to you guys anyways.
Too much metal for one hand.
Too much metal for one hand. I haven't done that since I was in my 20s. Actually, I did it on this podcast once.
What about the pentagram, though?
The pentagram. I'm too cool for that. I mean, that's too cool for me. That's too cool for me.
I was at a concert on Saturday, I think it was Saturday night, and I was throwing up the pentagram and then too much metal for one. Everyone's going like this, and I'm like, nah, man. Huge Scream fan. It came out right after and was absolutely awful. The spoof, scary movie was funny.
Oh yeah, scary movie. Did you see? So they in the same year they made Scary Movie, which spoofs Scream, but they also made that movie. I Know What You Did Last Friday, or Scream if I Scream if you know what I did last Friday the 13th or something like that, which is another like spoof. That one had Tiffany Amber Thiessen in it, and I think that one was actually better than Scary Movie. But it got like everybody slept on it, like nobody watched it.
That little girl was more metal than all of us combined. I posted a video on my personal Facebook. One of the singer of the headlining band had a 3-year-old daughter there. I don't know if you saw the video, but she's sitting there and she's like, while her dad was singing, she was like literal front row, like headbanging the whole time. I was like, I think when I posted it said something like, if you're not as brutal as this 3-year-old, don't ask me to hang out.
Yeah.
She was just going so hard. Scary Movie 2 is the best of all.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you, Rebecca. I'm sorry. I know we actually have a lot of same opinions for horror movies, but I'm gonna have to disagree. I don't like the scary movies that much. Sorry. Not to be a Debbie Downer, but
those are the comedy ones, right?
Yeah. The Marlon Wayans movies.
Yeah.
Or the Wayans.
Is that the one with like the guy with the fucked up hand, part 2?
I think so. Something about mashed potatoes or something.
Yeah, that shit's fucking. There's a lot of funny parts in that. Tim Curry.
Tim Curry. Yeah.
What about Tim Curry, Rebecca? I love Tim Curry. Tim Curry could literally do no wrong.
You're right.
I take that back. There's a lot he could do wrong, but he just hasn't done anything wrong.
That's my strong hand. I finally got around to watching Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Dude, I totally started that last night and I wasn't paying enough attention, and so I turned it off. Should I turn it back on?
Yeah, dude, that movie's exactly what it is supposed to be. Just fucking stupid awesomeness. Like, doesn't take itself too seriously, which is awesome. It's cheeseball as fuck, which is awesome. It's got some cool kill scenes, which is awesome. If you go into it expecting exactly what that movie tried to be, which is just a fucking cheeseball fun movie, then you're gonna love it. If you go in there expecting some Oscar nominations, you're gonna fucking be disappointed.
I'm gonna put up Steven Belcher's comment real quick, and I want you to read it and talk about what he said while I run and use the bathroom real quick. Okay.
Okay. What if I can't talk about it? I have to watch it.
You should easily be able to talk about that.
At least once during October. Monster Squad. Monster Squad. John Carpenter's The Thing or 2 must watch. films, dude. Fuck yeah, Night of the Living Dead, love it. I don't watch it every Halloween or every October. It's actually been a really long time since I've watched that movie, but fucking Mount Rushmore of zombie movies right there, right? One of the originals. Monster Squad. I grew up on that movie while people were watching fucking The Goonies. I was watching Monster Squad. I love that movie. I'm with you on that. Absolutely love Monster Squad. Uh, then John Carpenter's A Thing. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. One of my favorite practical effect movies. Did you watch Steven, did you watch the prequel they made in what 2011 or whatever that was?
There's a prequel to The Thing?
Yeah. So
Oh
it's the
shit.
remake that just came out. It's not a remake. It's actually a
Oh, okay.
prequel. People are calling
Um,
it a remake, but it's actually before the events of the 80s one.
the I love when people bring up Monster Squad because I think it's one of the best introductory movies for
To
kids
horror.
into horror.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, like my daughter, for instance, she's like 14 now, and I think I showed it to her when she was like 8 or 9, somewhere in that area. And it's not like overly scary. The monsters look like they should,
Fucking they look fantastic. The
and the
mummy looks
Wolfman
great.
has nards is
I mean,
probably one of
I always wondered if Wolfman had balls my whole
now we know.
childhood. And then I watched that movie, and my question was answered. He's got him.
Here's the here's the thing though. Let me bring this up because we go Wolfman has nards. They don't show nards, right? Any of the ladies that are watching will tell you, and please
That it hurt.
comment, that it would hurt getting kicked in the vagina differently than getting kicked in the balls. So where we assume Wolfman has nards because he kicked them, it could have been a female werewolf. And no, I guess not really because they show him pre-wolf in the beginning of the movie and he's a guy.
Yeah.
So in fact, that Wolfman had nards. However, you may bump into a wolf woman, go to kick her in the nards, realize there aren't any, but still hurt her.
Yep. That is a
So,
fact.
so
Those are
how
facts you're spitting.
all wolves kicked in the groin area are going to be hurt, whether they have nards or not.
Nards or nardless, they're gonna be in pain.
You know what's funny though that you brought up that you when you were watching that everyone was watching um
Goonies.
uh Goonies, and it's the horror version of the Goonies.
Oh yeah, totally.
You know, it really is. And you're right. Like I've probably seen Monster Squad twice as many times as I ever watched Goonies. And Goonies is like, you know, probably in the top 100 movies ever made type fucking list or whatever. You know, like a lot of people look at that movie as a great movie. I'll watch Monster Squad 100 times to every one time I watch Goonies.
Oh yeah. If you put Goonies and Monster Squad in front of me, I'm picking Monster Squad 100% of the time. I will
Yeah.
never, out of those two movies, pick Goonies ever.
And I like Goonies. I'll watch Goonies. I'll be like
Mhm.
fucking, you know, One-Eyed Willie. but if someone ever brought up to me those two movies, like Monster Squad's my jam.
Yep.
The relationship between Frankenstein's monster or the monster, however you want to talk about them, and that little girl when they're like holding hands and shit by the lake. I'm like, they recreated, you know, the original Frankenstein's monsters, like from that original movie. They kind of brought it in because, like, other than Creature from Black Lagoon coming out of the lagoon, you know, and Dracula was just Dracula. There wasn't a lot about them from their origin stories, as it were. But from, you know, Frankenstein's monster, they actually used something from, you know, his origin story where he was, you know, kind of hanging out with the little girl. And I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
And seeing him as like a soft, almost like a puppy type, you know, personality where he was just like, you know what I mean? He didn't, and then him to go against all the other monsters and help the monster squad, you know, defeat them. And then when like he's getting sucked into the portal and she's like, no, you know what I mean? I'm like crying
Yeah.
and shit. I'm like, oh, don't go.
Wiping the tears away. I think the creature did dirty in that movie though. I wish he would have got some more like cool time before he got that shotgun to the chest.
Yeah. This is interesting. Steven says the guy that played the Wolfman in Monster Squad played the Wolfman in Fright Night 2 as well.
Huh. Fun
I
fact I
did
didn't.
not know that.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Actually, I don't Fright Night 2.
Fright like the original Fright Night 2? Because there's a Fright Night 2, right? I know there's a remake. Like the remake
Yeah.
Fright Night has a sequel, but does the original have a sequel?
Yeah, but
It
I don't
must
think
have
I've
if the
seen.
dude that from Monster Squad played it. It can't be the remake. That guy would be a billion years old by then.
Well, I just can't remember a Wolfman in the Fright Nights
I
that
don't
I've
remember if
seen.
there's a Fright Night 2.
Steven, we need some information, buddy.
You got my brain all fucked up.
Yeah. Uh, what's your favorite like memory Halloween wise? Like party, costume, like what is it?
Man.
It's hard too because we're so obsessed with this holiday, people like you and I, and we have so many memories. I'm
Yeah.
46 or whatever. I don't want to date you or anything, put your name out there, but we've gone through a lot of Halloweens, and most of them because we celebrated so hard, we've done crazy shit and had crazy parties and whatever. But is there
Yeah.
anything you think of that like you're like that was fucking tits?
Dude, I mean, I guess it depends on like kind of like what level I'm looking at, man. Like pretty much like every party that I went to in my 20s was fantastic. Halloween party that is. Uh I mean, I think if I had to do like in my 20s, one year I was a dead Minnie Mouse for Halloween. It's probably my one of my favorite costumes I've ever done. And that was a really good year for the party and the costume. Um, but as I get older, like I'm enjoying more of like what we do now. I absolutely love. I when I was younger, Halloween to me was all about like partying and getting wasted and like having like the coolest costume around and just having a good time with friends. Now it's like I enjoy the the experience that my wife and I create for the families in our neighborhood and the kids in our neighborhood more than going to a party. Like I could care less about going to a party right now, and I don't drink anymore, so I could fucking super care less about getting wasted.
Yeah.
you know,
Well,
so I don't know. I don't. I To answer your question, I cannot pinpoint um a singular thing about how like one singular Halloween thing that just oh yeah, because Halloween's my favorite holiday. So to me, all of it is just been the tits. Like I just love it all.
I was gonna say, you actually touched on my favorite memory, and that's how you're able to decorate your house for the neighborhood. And when I was a kid, I don't know if you guys did this. We did it for almost, I think it was just Christmas and Halloween, but um, it seemed like every fucking house in my neighborhood was decked out. Like,
Yeah, I
you
miss
know,
those days.
everything. Like it's almost like Christmas time where every house is lit up. They're all playing horror music or whatever, and animatronics, and it's getting scared and everything. And we used to, my dad would pile us in the car, like a couple days before Halloween or whatever, and we would literally go to like rich neighborhoods and drive around and just look at how cool their houses were and how cool and scary and how they set everything up and what they had there. And this day and age, I can walk my whole fucking neighborhood and not one, other than putting a pumpkin on their porch, nobody goes that elaborate really as much as they
Yeah.
used to. It used to be the whole neighborhood. Now it's like two houses within a 3 block radius.
Yeah, I miss that shit. Like people being festive. Like people are fucking just like no offense to anybody, I'm not trying to piss anybody off who's watching, but people
Canceled.
just are fucking like not festive anymore, man. Fucking
It's
get out
true.
there and decorate your house and fucking enjoy the holiday.
Do we come from a lazier? generation where like the generation before us took pride in those sorts of things, and
I don't
because we're
think I'm Gen
too
X. I don't think Gen X is lazy at all
well, I
with that.
just we get too not you so much because you don't really do Facebook and all that, but I feel like as a society, our generation was the start of cell phones when we were like 20, 21, 22,
Yeah.
and since then it's only progressively gotten to the point where we're like this all day. You know what I mean? Where people would rather do that or go out and party with their friends as opposed to setting up their house to look all cool for the neighborhood or whatever.
Yeah. No, yeah. Social media has killed a lot of things for sure. But then on the other hand, like if you look at stuff like there's this meme that I seen. I don't know what the meme says, but it shows like a train, like it shows a picture of people on like a train in like today's time and everybody's on their phone, right? And then it shows a picture of a train from the people like from people in the 50s and everybody's reading the newspaper. So
Right.
people really haven't changed. It's just how they what they're doing with their time, and like it's like papers, and it was used to be newspapers and books. Now it's cell phones and iPads.
Sure. You're probably not wrong. I just always try to figure out how we lost doing that, how we lost our way. I think people are generally scared of others today. You never know what someone is going to do. It's true. I stole decorations as a kid, so now I'm scared to decorate and get my shit stolen as karma. I mean, you're probably
That's
right.
yeah, that's right. I've
um,
got a baseball bat waiting for anybody who tries to steal mine.
there you go, attaboy. um, Yeah, I just think, it'd be cool if we could get back to where you could take your kid around the neighborhood. Like, I think last year, I don't even think I got a single trick or treater. And I live in an apartment building, which is typically like a pretty safe place to go trick or treating. Usually you look for, upscale neighborhoods or whatever, but typically apartments are pretty like you get trick or treaters. I don't remember getting a trick or treater last year.
Yeah, yeah. When I lived in an apartment, uh, the ones I lived in had a bunch of trick or treaters.
Oh, wait, here we go. Here we go. Steven got back to us. Yes, original Fright Night 2 with the sister of Jerry. Brian Thompson that came to Crypticon was in it too. Fright Night 2 is on YouTube free as well. John Grise played the Wolfman.
Huh. I
Interesting.
learned a movie exists today. For some
I was
reason.
today years old when I found out there was a Fright Night 2.
Yeah, I slept on that. I don't know how like you could be as big of like a horror nerds as we are and not know that that fucking movie exists. But
I,
hey,
I have a
can't be
feeling we're
perfect,
gonna
right?
go I have a feeling we're gonna go watch it and be like, oh yeah, I remember
Yeah.
this.
Oh yeah, I watched this when I was 12.
Khaleesi, aka Tristan Hall, says too caught up with the VR than actual reality, or too worried about other people's lives instead of their own. And you are not wrong even a little bit.
Yeah, the worried about other people's lives is like fucking spot on.
Yeah. um yeah, I'm like thinking about like how long ago did people stop decorating in that sense, and it feels like fucking 20 years since I've seen like real neighborhoods decked out.
Yeah,
It's
and even if you get out of Halloween and go into Christmas, it's the same fucking thing. Nobody decorates their house for Christmas anymore.
yeah. Oh no, I like some of those videos though where you see like someone will decorate their house and then they'll play like Rain and Blood and all the lights triggered to
Dance
like
to
the
the
beat of the
song.
music. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's fucking cool. Maybe it
yeah,
wasn't Rain and Blood. It might have been like a Metallica song that I saw or
yeah. The couple videos I've seen have all been Metallica songs.
like Enter Sandman or some bullshit.
Yeah, something weird. Yeah.
um, what's your favorite candy when you were a kid
Oh
getting into that Halloween?
man. So overall, my favorite candy is Baby Ruth. Like year round, that's my favorite candy, and Reese's peanut butter cups. But I'm a fucking candy corn whore during Halloween, dude. I fucking love candy corn. I'm about to get hella hate mail. I know it because everybody hates it, but candy
I
corn is
literally
fucking good.
just saw something where they um did a like a top 5 most hated candies, and
Hmm.
candy corn was literally number 1.
Well, fuck that list.
People don't take their kids trick-or-treating anymore unless it is a safe spot or a family member's house because of fucking idiots. You're not
Well,
wrong.
I will tell you this: anybody who's watching who has kids, fucking Brandon, candy corn's good. Um, anybody who has kids, feel free to come to our neighborhood, man. We fucking have. It's a safe neighborhood. There's a bunch of houses. Most of them give out candy. Our house gives out full size candy bars for the kids, Jello shots for the adults. You're all fucking welcome.
Let's get them
Baby
drunk while
Ruth.
they're taking their kids around.
Yeah, you gotta be drunk to take your kids trick or treat, man. Kids are fucking assholes.
Yeah. I mean, my daughter's lived in New Zealand for quite some time, but I think the last costume she had when I took her trick or treating, she was like 2, and she was a candy corn. She had like the little hat and
Fuck
dress,
yeah.
and it was like color scheme that way.
Best
Uh,
costume ever.
the Reese's pumpkins are the best. Those are really
Yeah, they
good.
are.
Word.
The only thing better than the Reese's pumpkins is the white chocolate Reese's ghosts. Those are so good.
I don't think I've had those.
Oh, you need to. They're fucking good.
Derek's flying out for the shots.
Yeah, bro. I'll have one waiting for you. Just let me know when you
Candy
get your candy
cigarettes. I do
cigarettes.
remember those.
Fucking Steven dropping the goddamn bombs tonight. Look at
You know
that.
what I
Thumbs up with
actually
another
enjoy
fucking
better?
top grade comment.
Do you know what I actually enjoy better than the candy at Halloween is when you get the Boo Berry, the
The
Count
cereal.
Chocula, those cereals. Dude, those are
Yeah.
fucking. They should have those year round.
Dude,
Fuck Halloween.
you watched the YouTube Derek the YouTuber, right? Halloween Fiend PDX. You watch him, right?
I used to. I had a conversation with him at Crypticon this year because he's friends with Hate My
Oh,
Name.
that. Yeah. Okay. Well,
And I
fuck
talked
off.
to him about it, and he pretty much said, like, told me to fuck off. And so since then, I haven't watched or supported him. He's not a
Hate
bad
My
person.
Piece of shit. Um,
He's just friends with
no,
a bad person.
the only reason I brought him up is because he did a episode about he bought all the different Halloween cereals this year and just tried them all. So I thought maybe you had seen that.
I hadn't. I might go watch it though because I'd be interested to see what he says.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna probably stop watching him if he's friends with Hate My Name. I didn't realize that.
I
I
didn't.
can't help. I can't be friends with anybody who likes that guy.
Well, and I didn't like approach him in an angry way or anything. I was just like, hey, so this guy, has done and said this to me, and I have like the receipts for it and blah 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 blah. And he was like, yeah, I just pretty much follow him just because like he hasn't done anything bad to me. And I'm like, cool. I know you in person. You've never met that fucking dude, and he's shitting on my life, making fun of my emphysema, made a picture of me in an iron lung. Like, fuck that guy. And he's like, nah. And I'm like, well, then I don't think you and I are good friends.
Yeah.
I don't think we
Me
can
and
be
you are no
pals.
longer me and you are no longer conversing. Have fun.
Texas is out of the loop for good shit, apparently.
Texas is
Yes,
out of the loop.
Brandon,
Yes.
that was the guy who was talking shit about me. All because, let me just tell this story real quick.
Wait. Is he talking
Because I've
about
never
Hate My
actually
Name or Derek?
hate
Not
my name
Derek
because I've never
TC, but
actually
Derek
spoken.
PDX.
No, about hate my name because I've never actually spoken about this in public, like on a podcast or anything. I
Oh yeah, we haven't, have we?
we've never talked. No, because I don't put my business out in the streets like that. I don't always talk about shit. A lot of shit I
Hey,
just keep to myself. But basically, what had happened was I received a Silver Surfer Funko signed by Stan Lee. It came with a PSA sticker, a PSA card. So to me, it was real. PSA is one of the top 3 authenticators there is. I put it up for raffle. He won the raffle and I sent it to him. I don't know if it was 10 months or a year later. He messages me and he said, I can't remember the dude's name. He was one of those unboxer channels, him and his wife. And
oh,
he said that it was a fake autograph. And I'm like, well, cool. Well, PSA fucking authenticated it. So I don't know what to tell you. Well, he threatened to like expose me and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, look, I'll give everyone their fucking money back. Him and I were supposed to do a live stream where he was going to burn it. which never happened, but I did pay everyone back because I felt bad about it because someone else, RACC or something like that, said it was fake. So I was doing my best to like, kind of protect my name, but also like if it is fake, I'm only going by what PSA says, but they're not experts, or I guess they are experts. They're not, without flaw. So I was like, well, maybe it is fake. So let me just pay these people back. I have the money to do it. And he just went on a fucking smear stream about me, like saying how I'm a piece of shit and making these pictures of me with, like I said, in an iron lung, and even talking about my soon-to-be ex-wife's mental illness and things like that. And I was like, all this because for what? Like, I didn't do anything like malicious. I wasn't trying to hurt anyone. It had the PSA sticker. It had the PSA card. Like, what the fuck is the problem? And he just would not let it go and shits on me every chance he gets. And I wish I would have learned my lesson, because he did that a year or two prior. And then he came back, apologized, deleted the video where he was trying to call me out. And then him and I were friends for like a year. And then out of nowhere, that all came out and hit me. Like, and I was like in the process of moving at the time. So even though I had the money, I didn't have the money. But I was like adamant about making sure everyone got paid. Derek Winsky will tell you, I paid Derek Winsky back, I think. He might have told me to fuck off and keep the money. I don't remember. But or no, I don't know. Maybe Derek wasn't in. Oh yeah, no, I don't remember if Derek was in on that or not. But anyway, he got a message from the dude like, "Oh, are you friends with Vlad? He's a piece of shit. He's not paying people back." And Derek's like, "He's my friend. He already paid me back. What are you talking about?" He's like, "Oh, he only paid you back because he's your friend." The first person, when he came out and said all that shit about me that I paid back, was him. Hate my name. The first person I paid back was him. And then he had the nerve to go to fucking Derek and go, "Oh, fuck Vlad, blah, blah, blah." And Derek's like, "He's my friend. He already paid me back. Go fuck yourself." You know what I mean? Like, yeah. He goes, "Yeah, I told you I didn't want the money." Okay, so Derek's right there. Because it's not like I said, I didn't do anything malicious. It's not like I went out and printed fucking PSA cards and stickers to sell one fucking Funko Pop. So anyway, I've never talked about it before.
Don't forget to mention that he kept trying to sabotage the podcast too.
Even Brandon right here says, "I want a raffle from you, and we had a problem with it, but you made up 125% of it. But you paid me still." That's probably Derek. I'm going, bro, it's a toy. LOL. Grow up. People are so shitty for no reason. Yeah. He's just a shitty person, goes around trying to be a shitty person. He's well aware.
If you want to like that comment, like, people need to grow up, like, watch anybody who hasn't watched Hate My Name's videos, watch him. He is probably the most childish. Like, and I'm immature. I'm fucking 46 years old and I act like I'm 5, but there's a difference between like maturity and just acting like you're a child. Like, he is probably the most immature piece of shit to walk the face of the planet. His videos are fucking, all they do is talk shit about people, and most of the time he's talking shit, he doesn't even know what the fuck he's talking about. He is a horrible human being.
Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate you saying that, brother. As you know, dude, I'm not a piece of shit, and I always try to take care of my friends the best of my abilities. So obviously he wasn't the friend I thought he was.
I wouldn't be your friend for fucking a millennia if you were a piece of shit. Like, you don't gotta fucking prove anything to me. Our history speaks for itself. So
that's your goddamn Skippy. Well, we missed Michelle tonight. Again, she's got the Rona, so she checked out on us. She said she might be sleeping right now, which is probably the case, or I feel like she would have chimed in and said hello.
I hope she's sleeping.
Yeah, Anne-Marie says he seems like a waste of space. Absolutely.
And then some.
Let's be real, Vlad. You are a piece of shit, but you're our piece of shit.
I don't know who that is, but
I know that's Derek Winsky.
That was perfect.
So we've done this episode. I think next week we'll give it. We're going to take the week off just to let Michelle finish healing up and let everyone enjoy their Halloween weekend. Then we'll get back to it the week after that. And we should do something fun. I'm going to get us a guest, or maybe we'll do one of those game shows we do. We'll figure something fun out between now and then. And maybe we'll give away a prize too. Maybe we should do that. Let's do a game
we haven't
show.
done a prize giveaway in a while.
Yeah, let's do something cool. We'll figure it out between now and then. But I had a fucking blast with you tonight, Pat.
Duh. I'm fucking
think
awesome.
I feel like we were informative and comedic. Brandon agrees because he says another great show, guys. See you later, Brandon. But I love you, brother. And so
you too,
next
bro.
week, no show. Week after that show, you guys. Anne-Marie says have a great Halloween. You too.
Yay!
Be safe.
I'm gonna put this out there again. Anybody watching wants to come to our neighborhood for trick or treating, whether you have kids or not, fucking come. It's a blast.
Yep. But you have to live in like East or Western Washington.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
well,
Derek, you can fly out here, brother. I'm not going to pay for your flight or nothing, but I'll greet you with a Jello shot if you get here.
You'll be at the airport just with a tray of Jello shots.
For you.
And Pat, fuck candy corn.
Brandon, fuck you.
And on that note,
What's going on?